Great start then for Ronnie O'Sullivan. 1-3-2 break. Killed off the first frame in no time at all. And as I say, Joe Perry just had to sit and watch. But he will get chances, I'm sure. It's just a question of whether he takes them or not. But very difficult assignment, Joe, as you were saying, for Joe Perry this evening.
It is, and you haven't got to get too involved in your opponent's play. And as I said before, it's so difficult not to when you're seeing him make the game look so easy. What Joe has to do is just try and concentrate on his own ability, his own disciplines, and when he does get a chance, hopefully he's not too fearful of being at the table. Here's that traditional left-handed break that we've come to know now.
Yes, nobody really knows the reason for it, and Ronnie O'Sullivan was asked about it, and he didn't seem to really know. It's just something he started to do.
Well, that left-handed break has left half a chance for Joe Perry here. And those are the type of shots he has to start to get against Ronnie O'Sullivan. Can't afford to miss them. Leave the white ball down this end of the table. Well, didn't play the snooker, but the white's rested on the green. And as always the case, the guy in form seems to get the run. Good shot.
Last season O'Sullivan earned £638,150. Of course he made the maximum at the Crucible, albeit had to share the prize with Ali Carter. And he also won the World Championship, the UK Championship and the Premier League, which is very lucrative. I actually do the sheets for the commentators on Eurosport. I thought I'd made a mistake. I thought it was too high because myself and Joe were talking about it before we came on air. And then I realised, no, he did really win all that money last season.
Yes, well, he won over £300,000 in one tournament. High break, the maximum. And of course, £250,000 for the World Championship.
Yes, and he made two of the maximums as well last season, one here and one at Telford at the UK Championship. So got £40,000 for those two.
Yes, it's a pleasure to watch him play. It's also a pleasure to watch this gentleman play when he's playing well. And he gets half a chance, that is. Didn't want the kiss. And another half chance for Joe Perry. Well, Joe Perry did want the kiss, and although it rubbed both reds, didn't quite rub them thick enough. Can pot the black, it's a difficult shot. Have another look at this, just kiss this one and just kiss that one, but neither of them full. You can pot this black, but it's really awkward with the spider. And in the back of his mind, he knows that Ronnie O'Sullivan is following him. Big pressure on this shot. Well played. He's unlucky though. Don't think he's on a red.
Eight.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky for Joe Perry. Let's not forget, he could have been in the World Final against Ronnie O'Sullivan last season. It was 15 each with Ali Carter, but lost the last 2 frames in the semis.
Well, that's a risky shot that he's contemplating. Trying to play thin off this red. Go around 3 cushions. The right-hand side. Doesn't want to play off this red because he's going to be opening the reds up, so just rolling into them.
Joe Perry. 8.
I can tell you the winner plays either Ryan Day or Barry Hawkins. They haven't actually started yet because they're waiting for a table to become free. They're waiting for Mark Selby and Ian McCulloch to finish, and it's 3-2 to Selby. So it could be quite a wait for Ryan and Barry.
Well, left an easy safety shot now for Joe Perry to play up the table. Referee hasn't called a touching ball. It should be able to skim off of this red and go behind the yellow. Excellent pace of shot. Just the kind of shot that he needs. If you can't see them, you can't pot them. I think that's the only way to stop him potting any balls. No, is that a mistake? No, the red won't go to the left centre. Gonna have to get the long stuff out. Well, that was a dangerous way of playing it, Joe. That red could have stuck over the left corner.
Yes, I mentioned O'Sullivan's patience last night. It was important. There was quite a bit of safety as you'd expect against Ken Doherty, and Ronnie isn't always interested in that part of the game, but seems to have his head screwed on here this week in Belfast, and that's dangerous for everybody else.
Yes, and when he does play safe, David, it's safe. He's got Joe Perry in all kinds of trouble with that good safety shot he's played there. There's no path back to back and back to balk from the right side of the table. Can only hit the left side of the reds, and there's no way back there. He may have to take a red on. Doesn't want to, because if he misses and leaves the white ball up this end of the table, he could be in trouble. And as you can see, Ronnie O'Sullivan just looking to see where he can place the cue ball. The pink is playing an important part in this safety shot. He can leave the cue ball nearly over the right side of the table. Anywhere up to the green would be okay, with no path back to baulk. As you can see, he's just come a little far with that cue ball. And you let Joe just see those reds. But unfortunately, Joe couldn't get back to the left side of the table. So another chance here for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Another excellent pot. And he's in again.
Well, in the last frame he knocked in a long red and made 132.
Eight.
Would have been more, but there was no more balls to get.
9.
Well, that one's gone a little wrong. Played the cannon to the two reds, but wanted to be top side of the reds. And this is awkward now, this black. Well, what about that, considering the safety shot?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9.
That shows you how tough it was. Contemplated not even taking it on. And does this red go? It does. And it's a chance for Joe Perry.
1.
Now the red next to the pink would clear the pink spot area.
Six. Seven.
Joe Perry actually turned pro the same year as Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1992. He's 34 years of age now. Very experienced. Never won a ranking title, been in just one final, but as I say, had such a good season last season. Be interesting to see how he follows it up this year.
Yes, it just says something of his ability when he's been in the top 16 3 times. For me, that's a fantastic achievement. Reflects great
15.
fighting qualities.
Yes, he fought in the World Championship qualifiers. He was 8-4 down to John Parrott. In the round before the Crucible, came back to win 10-8 and of course went all the way to the semis. And he toughened his game up. He played in the Championship League, the new event, which is a qualifying event for the Premier League. And he played plenty of snooker, something like 50 matches in that, eventually won it. So we'll be in the Premier League this season, and it's £1,000 a frame in that event, so could be a money spinner for Joe Perry.
$27. Yeah. 28. $33. 34.
Perry's made 87 centuries in his career, so closing in on becoming the 27th player to have made 100. Could well be this season, because he made 23 last season.
Well, a good chance to make a century here. Balls are nicely spread. But more importantly, to win the frame. And this is a good performance from Joe Perry after having 132 hit at him in the last frame.
Yes, I was looking down his career results earlier, and it's noticeable he doesn't have a great record against the real top players. He's never beaten O'Sullivan, and he's not got a great record against the likes of John Higgins and Stephen Hendry either. So it's vital to take the chances when they come along. So snooker required as the red goes in. And the black will be added insurance. Good contribution, this, Joe.
Yes, it is, especially, as I said, having 132 thrown at him in the last frame. This is top-class snooker we're watching, live on Eurosport. Can't beat live snooker.
63.
Absolutely love it.
$64.
Now one of these reds will go into the middle or far corner if he doesn't have the angle to disturb them. Well, what about that for a shot, especially if it goes?
71.
Terrific
72.
shot. Well played. Not a titter of an applause, but terrific shot. Well, that was a big bounce.
Yeah, surely they'll applaud if he makes a century. O'Sullivan made one in the first frame. Great start to this match.
80.
Green to brown. Could be the stumbling block. Well,
Joe Perry.
terrific effort anyway.
Yeah, break of 80 from Joe Perry. And he answers O'Sullivan's 132 in the first frame to make it one frame all. So we'll take a short